Hello there, Sagittarius. This is Michele B. Hello, if you haven't met me already. For those of you who do know me and have seen the places where I record from, I love recording from my home, from my bed, my little bed studio with all the houseplants behind me and my origami dangling down. But it has become so distracting and so noisy. I'm taking a little break from it, and I've gone and taken my Charlie Bird, my Ford F-150, to a lovely park. There's some people playing. This is a really pretty forest park. And where I'm parked at, I'm overlooking some people playing in a field beyond, and it's really lovely. It's such a beautiful afternoon, so I thought I'd take advantage of it. But let's get your messages. Let's get your messages, Sagittarius, for your week ahead. It's not necessarily that it's going to be like, this is what's going to happen this week. It's about general messages. Did something fly out? No? Just wondering if one of my cards flew out. General messages of food for thought. What to consider going forward. Just going to have to take one. The Emperor. He's the boss man. He's a major arcana, so it's about major foundational stuff to keep in mind. So if you're feeling a little bit unstable lately, like you don't have a direction, oh, that's what it is. Like you don't have a stable direction to go. Perhaps there was an influence in your life that helped ground you, helped give you a direction to like take your passions. This card is representative of Aries often, which is another fire sign along with you. But it's like he's like the person who says, okay, so here's the plan, and it gives you like, yeah, you really need a direction. And like everybody has those times of transition in their lives where they're just kind of like grasping for something to help them, to help give them a sense of who they are, a sense of identity, and a sense of like presence in the world, presence of like where and who they are. So yeah, that might be an issue right now, is that there's a lack of a sense of which way to go. But I think the biggest thing is that you're not enjoying the lack of direction. Because it can be a really good thing to have a lack of direction. This truck next to me is going to start up here in a second. That's okay. It looks like they're having a really fun time. They just walk their dogs. Oh, no. Never mind. Anyway. There are times when we just don't have a direction, and the direction, if we're trying to force ourselves into some like new way of doing things, we end up like picking up these new exciting hobbies, these new exciting like career choices, or these new exciting partners, and we're like, yay, here's the thing, this is the thing, and we get all excited, we pour all of our energy into it, and then we're like, this isn't what I thought it was. And we drop it and we move on to something else, and it seems like we're never satisfied, right? It seems like we're always just like a compass without a place to point. Just a compass is spinning and spinning and spinning constantly. But instead, how about you consider just not worrying about it? And instead of rushing around doing what you should do, what other people are saying is fun and good and beneficial and the right way to be. But instead of that, when you wake up in the morning, if you don't have a job to go to, I feel like this is like this lack of direction has a lot to do with the job, because the man, he's the man, right? The man is the job. But so you don't have a job to go to right now, and if you really needed to go to a job so badly, you would have a job. So, okay, so if that's the case, just for an example, you wake up in the morning and you ask yourself, the first thing that comes into your head, you ask yourself, what would you like to do today if it was your last day on the planet? It's not what should you do today if it was your last day on the planet. Like, what do you have the resources to do since it's your last day on the planet? and do that. And just keep doing the things that you would do within your resources, of course. Keep doing the things that you would do that are just for you until the stabilization comes. And it will. The more in touch you get with your true self, the more the stability becomes deeply entrenched. Because I feel like up until now, you've been putting all your stability, you've been allowing yourself to become stabilized by other people, by your job, by other people, your partners, and not, the stabilization hasn't come from who you are fundamentally.
Wow, 2 days. That makes me so lucky.
Sounds like those guys are having fun. This is a place with disc golf, so people have a lot of fun with it. It's a really nice day. This is the kind of stuff that makes me feel like I have a direction. And now I've come to the point, like, if I didn't have this work that I do, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. That's what happened. I was a mom. I was a mom for 20 years. And then I became a single mom, and so my life was all about just working and taking care of the kids. And then things transitioned so that my children lived with their father, and I was just seeing my kids a few days out of the week. And it was like, besides my work, I have no idea what to do with myself. And so I had to start getting to know who I was in the vacuum. And so that's what I've been doing. And COVID hit at the same time that I transitioned custody of my kids with their dad. And so, yeah, I got unemployment, and then I was just like, okay, so the kids are okay. My bills are paid. What the hell am I going to do with myself now? Okay, so one day at a time, I got to know who I am, outside of being wife, outside of being mom, outside of being employee. Every day I got to know a little bit more of who I am, and I felt safer and safer and safer. Now, the transition can take as long as you want. The transition to the stability can take as long as you want. For me, it took a couple years before my mental space became more and more stable. But it could happen really quickly for you. That's up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and close out here. I felt like this was a really good conversation that we just had, Sagittarius. What I'd like to do is do a little blessing for you, an affirmation to become grounded in ourselves. In who we are, who you are as an individual, not identified by your job or who you are to someone else. Inhale love for yourself and bring it down, down, down to your root so that you can become grounded in the present moment. Your root is the space where your backside touches the surface that you're sitting on. Feel you being here right now. That's you. Inhale down to your root. Exhale, bring it back up and out the top of your head. And as you're exhaling all of the anxieties about who you should be, what you should be doing, because that doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is this moment, here and now, and you and your experience. Inhale love. Exhale worry, anxiety, fear. When you release the anxiety, the space that's left will be a vacuum to bring in positive, beautiful experiences. Inhale love. Exhale fear, worry, anxiety. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Inhale love down to the present moment. You are safe. Right now, you are safe who you are at this moment. Thank you so much for being with me today, Sagittarius. It's going to be a good week. Love you. I'll see you later.